Hello guys, I wish to take you through the process of coming up with the laundry services shop management system, where we shall be capturing various garments or clothes that has been brought for that is for washing or for cleaning. Therefore, I will first of all demonstrate on how this system will work. We shall start by registering the clients. Therefore, this is the client registration form where you can capture a client. Like for example, if you just go to new, we can just come to this point, then add Don Gichai, gender male, then contacts to contacts, then residence Yuri. Then for example, I have paid 1500. Then you can save that one. Then from here I can get the I can get the photo for Don. Just go to that point, hit, then go to where my pictures are, then you can take Don, then click on OK. Therefore, basically I have now registered this guy. Then I can just go to close this, then go to transaction, where now I want to make a transaction. Therefore, from this point I can just hit on add new, then go to Don Gichai. Therefore, this guy will actually pop up here. Then on the other hand, if I choose somebody else like Adrian here, this guy here, you can see transaction ID, client name, date, months. He has brought his garments for cleaning various dates. That is where that's why he has been given different transaction numbers. Then the cloth type, also the weight class, and also the amount paid in various circumstances. Then from there you can print his or her statement in case he requires to see his various statements on what he has been doing or what he has been transacting with our laundry management system. Therefore, I'll be taking you through how to come up with such simple laundry management information system that you can use in your therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we launch a blank database that is in Access. Then we just redirect where we want our database to be saved. We want our database to be saved on our desktop, and therefore we just type that we can just call it Kwetu laundry services shop management information system. Then we just click on OK, then create. Then once we hit on create, we need to come up with tables. Therefore, we just go to create, then we go to design table. Then we can start with our first table, transaction ID. This is out number and the primary key. Then we just go to the next one, client name. Then we go to, you can just have this one as a number. Then you can have the date of transaction, date of transaction, that is date and time. Then we have month of transaction. Then we can have cloth type. Then we can have the weight class. Then we can have amount paid. paid, that is currency, that way. Then you can just save this one, this table, as transactions. Then you can go ahead, close that one, go ahead and create another one, create, then table design, we create another one again. Just go to client ID. In client ID, this is outer number and primary key. Then you can have the full names. This can be text. Then you can have gender. Then you can have contacts. Then we can also have residence. We can also have something like premium fee in case we shall think of it. Then you can have our photo. It is the photo of this guy. Therefore, for the photo, we just introduce the new data type attachment. Then for the gender here, we just go to lookup, change this one to combo box, this to value list. Then here at this point, we just type male, semicolon, then female, that way. Then we save our table. This table of ours is clients, that way. Then after having done so, we need to go ahead and create a relationship. Therefore, we shall create a relationship. Therefore, we hit this. Remember, you cannot create a relationship when tables are open. So we go to database, tools, relationships. Then right click here, show table. Double click your tables. Therefore, you can get, we have client and transaction. These are our two tables, these ones. And therefore, for that case, we drag client, this one to that one. That is client ID to client name, enforce referential integrity. Then click on create. Therefore, we have one-to-many relationship here. You see this is one-to-many relationship. Therefore, after having done so, we can just cross this, save our relationship, and then cross this one. Then we go ahead and create our main table, that is create. Then we go to form wizard, sorry, not a table, but we are form. Therefore, we just hit on clients. This is what we need, all of them. Next. Therefore, we want this one in tabular form. Next. What title do you want your form? I can just call it master form, master. Then finish. Now, once you finish, this is the first part. Therefore, you can just try to reorganize this one. Therefore, just reorganize this. Like now, our photo goes there, and we remove the label photo. This one. Then we need a photo there. Then we also need this one to be of the same size with this one. This one. That way. Then we can just have this one modified format. Modify this one to black and also size 14, something of the sort. Then we can just pull these ones above there. Then remove this title here. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, so far you can also color this for the photos. You can have that one colored that way. Then we need to come up with a sub form that will lie here. Therefore, we just go to design view here. You can go to design view, then go to this button subform stroke sub report. Then you drag it here. You drag it there. The wizard will pop up. Use existing tables or queries. Next. Therefore, we are using transactions. I opt to use transaction. Then you can just hit everything, take everything to the right hand side. Next, then show transaction for each. That one we can just call it, or just leave it the way it is, then finish. Then we can just pull this one, we want it longer, then save, then run it, try to see what happens. Therefore this is our sub form. Right click, go to design view. This one you can change this one to just call it or transactions at display, that way. Then this one can just make it vivid. Also this one's down here, just go down to this point. Can just pull it this a bit so that you can be in a position to see what we that is what we want. Close this. For this is what we want. Can just take it somewhere there. Then reduce these ones to a reasonable size. Just have a reasonable size, that way. This one's to be of a reasonable size, amount paid the same, that way. Then you can just format them accordingly. Then you can just bring this here. Then from there, just run it. Therefore, you can see now at least it's good. It is looking fine. Then from there, we shall also do a bit of modification of this form. If we just go to design view, like now this one here, just go to color, give it a different color. Also this one, you can give it a different color. You can also have the logo of our, that is the logo of our system. If we just go to the thumbnails, have these ones as the logo. This is our logo. Then go to right click, properties, go to where the picture is, picture here, zoom, we change this one to stretch. Then go to design, take a label, then you can draw whatever you want here. Therefore this is Kikwetu round array services management system. Then increase the font size. Can increase the font size and also change the font styles, that way. Then we can run and see what we have. Therefore this is what we have so far. If we also right click again, you can do a bit of formatting to this. Let them go to the right, and also we reduce these ones. If we want that one looks nice. Good. We can also resize these ones to avoid them going too far. We can have that one. Then after having done that one, ladies and gentlemen, our system now looks nice. We can just copy paste some data from another table, then try to see whether it will actually help us. Gentlemen, I have copied the data. We can also do a bit of modification. When you go to design view, you can set the format of your auto number. This is very crucial. Therefore, I just choose this field, transaction ID. Then I want it to take a certain format, like TR, that way. Then TR000. Therefore, I want them to take that format. Then I also go to clients. I go to clients ID. Then I go to format here. I want it to have a certain client, a certain format that way, to start from 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. Therefore, you just need to do that. Therefore, when I open this one, you see now this one becomes TR that one. But when I go to client, it will take now CL00 data. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we go back to this part here, you can be in a position to see that the data I have pasted is actually displayed in my form, but we need to change this one here to a combo box. Therefore, I just right click, go to design view, we change this one. Just go to design, then you go to combo, then you change that one to combo box. Therefore, I need this one to be combo. Then find a record on my form. Yeah, you go to next. Therefore, it will be finding for full names. Next, then it will display the full names. Hide the key column. No, this is the client ID. I don't need it. Then finish. Then this one you can just format it as we have done to the others. Therefore, this is our full name. This is size 14 and also bold. But this one we need to make it slim or just look like the others. So this one should need to be somewhere up there. Good. Then from this point, this looks a bit big than the others. You can also add a box just to make our work look more attractive and beautiful. So just go to this point here. You can draw a box. That way. Then I can also draw another box. First of all, we format that one to be attractive. Can just make it this ones that way. Then we can also draw our navigation buttons. We require our navigation buttons here. Therefore, you can also draw a box for that matter. Then just go to this point here. Make sure the control wizard here is active. Then you hit the box. Then draw. I need to have add new record. Finish. Just go again. Take another button. This one is for form data refresh. I need to have a refresh button. Add new. Then navigation. I need to have previous button. Go to next. Finish. I also need to have previous button. Go to previous button. Text. Finish that way. Then these buttons of mine, you can make them beautiful. Just go to properties, go to back style. Yeah, sorry, go to back color. Hit this one. We want them to be maroon. Therefore, then when I hover on them, what happens? Hover color. When I hover on them, they should turn light blue. Therefore, I save. Home, run. Therefore, you see, when I hover on them, they turn that color, but they also have their own color. Then now we can add a new record. Therefore, when you hit on add new record, the names of the guys who have been captured should just pop up here. Therefore, I just click, and once I click, I want to capture data for this guy here. If I can just go to this point here, manage attachment, hit there, then add. Then I just go to here, pictures, get this guy. Okay, therefore this guy has been captured. Then I can do my transactions for this guy. Example, you can just have this one as a match. This is also match. Then growth type, rename and this is cotton. Then the amount, for example, paid for 50 is for 50. Okay, just a moment, you shall fix that one. Therefore, after now having done that, then I can just refresh the data that way so that the data is captured in the system. On the other hand, we also need to note that we need to capture these guys from a different form. That's what we need actually to do. We need to fix that is to fix the to make sure that before we arrive at this point, we also have a registration form. And before you do that, you can also add a cross button. We forgot to do that one. That is, just go to file, then you can just have a cross button somewhere, form operations, then cross form, so that once we are done, we can just cross our form from this button. Just go to design, properties, go to background here, just make it black so that it can be vivid from any point. Therefore, this is the cross button. Then we can just go ahead and create our registration form. Therefore, for the registration form, just hit this table here, go to create, then we shall create our form. Use this one, create a form. Therefore, this one will be easy. You can just do that one. Then you can just remove this one. Just go to design view, then you can remove this one. Don't need this one, don't need that one. Let's see what we have so far. Yeah, then from here you just organize this one to make sure that we have our client registration form. Then the photo, we need the photo to be somewhere different. You can just go to design, add existing, then add the photo. I don't want it there. First of all, let's reduce this to somewhere there. If I can have my photo here, it is for the registration purposes. Then you can just format these ones. Yeah, that way. Then if we run this one, you can see at least we have a registration form where we can do a lot of registration for our guys. You can just register them from this point. Then you can also do the box. Go to design, then go to box, so that you can be in a position to have the navigation buttons just down here. Therefore, you just need to put your navigation buttons at this point so that you can have something like now record operations, add a new guy there. You can also decide to add the navigation buttons next that way. Next, that is for the next. You can also do the other one for previous, for go to previous that way. You can also do cross form that way. You can also do cross form here, form operations, cross form, then next, finish. Then you are now just left to make your buttons look smart just by increasing and formatting them accordingly to how you feel them, how you feel that these buttons should be done. Like for example, I want them to be size 12 that way. Then I also need to make sure that they have on hover event, that is what happens when I hover, yeah, here, there we are. I want them to have that one. Also the back color for them to change to be something different. Also for the photo format here, I want it to have something different that way. Then I save this one. I can just save it registration form, so that now whenever you are registering new guys, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be doing it from here, so that the other form that we started creating will only be left for that one, will only be for the purpose of transactions. Therefore, you can also add the logo, the logo here. Just click outside, then design. Then you can just insert the logo here. For this is our logo for our system. That way, therefore our system now looks nice. Therefore, this is our registration form. And when now I scroll here, I'll be in a position to see, like now, for example, this guy here, Don Gichai, has been captured here. Then we can also do a bit of formatting here. Can remove that one so that it looks wonderful. Name. That way. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this registration form is complete. And for instance, I can just click on add record. Then we can capture a new guy here. Christine, Kate, Catherine, Kate. Then our contact. Then resident, Nairobi. Then premium fee 1500. Then we can also capture the photo for this girl. Like for instance, unfortunately I don't have a Redis photo. Therefore, for this case, just use that one because I don't have a Redis photo around. Therefore, for that case, this person here, Catherine Kate, has been captured in our system, and therefore once now I cross my registration form, I can go to transaction, that is our master form here. Then I can be in a position to get Kate, and therefore this is Kate according to how our system works. Therefore you can just see that once you register there, automatically these clients can be given some transaction. Okay, the transactions, they can be now served. You see now this one can be served here. This one can be served. Therefore, we can also fix this part here about the amount. We had noted the system was complaining. If I just go amount, this is currency, amount paid, currency. Then we can also try to see anything. That one is okay. That way. Therefore, let's just try to see amount. Therefore, after now fixing that, like now if we go to Adrian is client number 1. Therefore, the ID here is being displayed instead of the name, since the name is up here. Therefore, you can add a print button where we shall be printing our transactions. And before we do that, we just create a receipt. Therefore, receipt is a report. Therefore, we just go to report wizard. Then we need to have all this apart from the photo. We will need all this apart from the photo. We don't need the photo on that one. Then client full name, gender. But then just we need to create a query, I think. Just go to design, clients, then transactions. Therefore, we need to have the client ID, full names, can talk about the, then go to this other type here, that is the transaction ID. Transaction ID, then the date of transaction, then the amount. I can also capture the growth type and the month. Then from there we save on the month. We save this one as receipt. Therefore that's our receipt. Our receipt will have that data. Then after having done that, we also go to we need to go to this point again. We create another query. You can just create a query that combines all this. First of all, we can just see the fields displayed. This fields displayed transaction. Okay, so we make sure that all these are captured. Growth type, weight, amount paid. Then you can have client ID, full name, gender, contact, residence. Those ones captured. Then you can call this one master query. Then after having done that, we can just go to create, then report wizard. We can use the receipt, set everything there, next. Then we can have it as the way it looks like, then finish. Therefore just change the layout to landscape. Alternatively, just modify it a bit, design view. If we can just modify our report so that everything is displayed the way we want. Can remove this one, but have this one down there. You can also have that one somewhere there, so that you can have our date of transaction vivid, capture client ID, full names, that way. Then we can just format this that way, then try to see what we have so far. Therefore this is what we have so far, but you can see it is displaying for everybody. Therefore we need you can just call this one as client's summary of transactions made. Then format also this one that way. Therefore this is what we have. Then now we shall produce this one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's create now that we have created our receipt this way. Here we want to filter. We want to filter so that when we hit the receipt button, this that is the summary here will be produced as per the field, that is per the client ID here. And we can also disable this one. It should not be active. Data, go to enabled. No, should look like that one. Ladies and gentlemen, should look like this one. This one will be active. This one is auto populated. Therefore, for instance, if we populate receipt for Adrian here, it should bring client number 1 and Adrian as the name. Therefore, what you do, you just go to this point here, design. Then you can take a toggle button. Here you draw the toggle button, then type receipt, that is print receipt. Then this print receipt can be vivid, that way can be vivid. Now it's okay. This is our print receipt. Then from there we need to do a connection between this form and the query receipt. Therefore we just go to query receipt, open design view. On the client's criteria here, we write a filter condition. Therefore, this is where our filter condition goes. Therefore, you just type forms, you put an exclamation mark, then you choose the form to be opened, then you choose the field to be used as the filter. Therefore, the field to be used as the filter is client ID, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, this is the form, this is the field. Therefore, I save that one. Then, now I make sure that this receipt is getting data from this query, because this query will be filtered. Then from there, we go to this point, we go to design, then we go to properties. Now, once we are in properties, we go to event. We want event on click. When I click on this one, what happens? Therefore, I hit these three dots, then I go to macro builder, then I click on OK. Then here, you just type open report and hit on enter. Then report name, you just choose. I want the report name clients to be opened on that juncture. Therefore, I just close that one. Then I just click save, then I run my stuff. Now, you realize that when I hit this button, because it is actually, has been filtered from this, it will only produce transactions for Adrian, whose client ID is 1. Therefore, I hit on that button. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see I'm right. Therefore, it will produce client number 1, who is Adrian Mwangi, and all the summary transaction of Andrea. That is the transaction ID, the date of transaction, the amount, and the cloth type. And we can still go ahead and produce for somebody else. Like now we have for this guy here done. He has 2 transactions. Therefore, when I hit on that one, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm right. Therefore, this guy has not paid, but we have the 2 transactions, cotton and linen, transaction 092 and transaction 099. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you can come up with a simple Routerless services shop management system, where you can be in a position to sell, or actually not sell, but clean various garments for various people, and then the system can help you to be in a position to do all your transactions, and also keep summaries of various transactions that you are actually doing. Therefore, you can get this database from my website, kichaidon.co.ke. I have dropped the link to my website below this video. And also remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also share this site to your friends so that they can also benefit from the content. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. See you in my next session.